Hello everybody. You know, I've had my basil dehydrating all night. It usually takes 24 hours. So this is about the time that I put it in the dehydrator last night. So I'm getting ready to take it out and show you how I put it in jars. I'm also cooking my dinner. I've got some chicken in there cooking, and I'm going to make chicken and rice. Old-fashioned chicken and rice for supper. But anyway, just simply going to unplug it. And I set it on a pizza pan so, you know, it would set on the burners, because I wanted it to sit right there where the exhaust fan was. Let's see, maybe I can do this over here on the table. Might be better to do it on the table, because it gets kind of messy. Let's see. I know I've had some people ask, well, how long can you store your basil? And the answer to that is almost indefinitely, and I still haven't cleaned everything off my table. I got a stack of paperwork and everything else over there, but I wanted to show you how to do the basil. All you do is sterilize your jars. Make sure they're good and dry. Well, those aren't dry yet. Let's see if I can get them dry. Because I don't want my jars wet inside. That'll cause that will cause your basil to mold. And if you sterilized them, got them real hot and put them on anything that they could drain real good, they should not be wet. I'm just making double sure mine are not wet inside. And it doesn't matter as long as it's a glass jar. That's a colored jar, but it's still a canning jar. And I try to hold mine over the dehydrator, because it will crumble and they'll go all over your kitchen if you're not careful. Still see my jars there. And you can keep dried basil that you dry yourself just as long as you can any other dehydrated basil. Probably longer. But you can just about keep it indefinitely. And one jar will hold a lot, because you can just crunch it right down in there. I mean, I usually put all I can put in one jar. And it lasts a pretty good long time. I mean, you know, as far as using it, because you're not going to put a whole jar in your dish at one time. And it kind of crunches like potato chips. I know I did a video on this last year, but I had so many people asking me again about it, and I guess they didn't go back and find my old video to where they could see how I did it, so that's why I was doing it again. I posted the video yesterday where I dehydrated it, or where I gathered it, and how I put it in here. And I just fill it up to the top. I mean, to sterilize your jars, you know, all you got to do is put them in a pot with boiling water and let them boil for a couple of minutes just to sterilize them. So there's a jar, and I'm going to use this other bigger jar as well. It's been raining and my allergies are trying to clear up, and it's made me feel really weird. So I haven't really felt like doing a whole lot today. And it's been raining just a tiny bit. It's not raining right now, but it rained earlier. Enough to halfway get the ground wet. But we're expecting more rain, so hopefully we'll get more. But it crumbles when you try to pick it up. So. Yeah, I put my dehydrator on my stove, put a pizza pan under it so I could set it on the burner, and put it there mainly to get it close to the exhaust fan. That way it pulled all the smell of the basil and also the heat out of the kitchen and outside. But as you scrunch it down, it breaks up. Because when you buy dried basil, it's all kind of broken up anyway. So you don't usually get it in big pieces. And you want to scrunch it down a little bit because you don't want it to leave it whole, so you've got to fill up tons of jars with it. I might be able to get it up better if I just dump it in the bottom. And I've still got more basil out there I need to do something with. So, but it's all wet right now. I don't want to harvest it while it's wet. I want to save some to fix, you know, to cook fresh too, so. Yeah, I used this whole little jar and half of another jar over the winter months this past year. So I basically got 2 quarts of dried basil. Because I've got 1 quart jar and then the 2 smaller jars. And you know, if you buy basil, dried basil in the little jar already, it's already crushed all up. It's just almost powder. It's the flavor that you get, I guess, basically. Or it does the same thing as the whole basil did. You know, it just, it's in smaller form. So there, I got a jar here, this jar, and this jar. And I'm stepping on some I dropped in the floor. I need to get that up. Let me get a broom and get that up because I'll step and have it all over the house. Got some in the chair, on the table. Just get it all in the floor and I can get it all up at one time. Because it goes everywhere. Still got it all over the table here. I'm just going to set this over here out of the way. Get my lids on that. But that's enough basil right there to last anybody all winter. I mean, I only use this jar or this jar and another jar that size of it through the winter months. And that was plenty for me. Of course, if you do a whole lot of cooking, you know, you might need more. Now, let's see if we can get over here. I got my phone plugged in. Now what I'm doing is, like I said, I'm cooking my chicken because I'm going to make chicken and rice for supper. And I'll bring you back because it's not quite cooked. It's got to cook about another 20 minutes or so. And I know you don't want to just watch a pot boil. Well, I'm back. I think my chicken is done enough that I can take it out of my pot. Now, y'all know how to cook a piece of chicken. All I did was put a leg quarter. That's all that is a leg quarter in my pot. And I put salt and pepper. I put about a spoonful of crushed garlic. And then I put about a tablespoon of chicken bouillon in there. I put salt and pepper. Me and my cough. It's been a lot better today than it has been since it's rained. It stopped raining though. It hasn't rained as much as I wanted it to. I'm going to add 1 cup of rice. You can use any kind of rice you want. You can use long grain white rice. You can use brown rice. Mine is parboiled rice. And kind of like, well, you know what? I'm going to put just a smidgen more rice in there, I think. Because as much water as I put in there in broth, I think I need just a little bit more. I'm not even going to measure it. About another 1/4 cup. I love chicken and rice, so I don't mind eating this for days. I can eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner if I had to, because I love it that good. Now we're going to let that be cooking while I debone my chicken here. me another fork. Because this is hot right now. I'm just taking all the skin off of it because I don't want all that skin and all that other stuff in my rice. And if your chicken is done, the skin should just come right off. I know we've done this before with, I think, chicken and noodles or pasta, and we did it with, what else did we do it with? Chicken and dumplings. Well, this time it's going to be chicken and rice. I don't like none of that fat or any of that other stuff in my chicken and rice. So I try to get all that out. And just put my pure chicken in there. Just like that. Just drop it right back in the pot. You can break it up in smaller pieces if you want. That's up to you. A lot of times it'll cook and break apart anyway as your rice is cooking. But you don't need a whole chicken to fix chicken and rice. Just like you don't need a whole chicken to cook chicken soup either. Because regardless of what a lot of people think, there's a lot of meat on a thigh and a leg. And I know it's hot, that's the reason I don't want to grab it with my hand. Make sure you get your bones out. Like I said, I don't like any of the fat to go back in my pot. I don't like any of the skin to go back in my pot. I don't like chicken skin unless it's fried to a crisp. Now let's see if maybe it's cooled down enough to where I can touch it. Because there's still a lot of meat on these bones here. Ooh, it's still hot too. Still pretty hot. Like I said, I put garlic, salt, crushed garlic. Oh, I said crushed garlic already. Chicken bouillon. If you don't like garlic, don't put garlic in there. Season it with onion powder or something else, because I'm going to put onion powder in this one when I get my meat in there. That chicken is still hot. Boy. Make sure you get your bones out because there are little bones in some of this. Get my hands rinsed off over here. Didn't mind it getting in front of the camera, but yeah, this is one thing that I did not put onions in, but I will put onion powder in it. Oh, that goes to the compost. Here's my onion powder. I'm just going to put a couple of shakes in there. Oops. And I've got my camera plugged in, so it's spinning my camera around. Let me unplug it right quick. If I can get it unplugged without destroying it. There. That way it won't spin the camera around. But you can see in here, there's plenty of chicken in that. Look at all the chicken in there. So you could feed several people off of that. I want to get that to a boil, and then I will put the lid on it. And it should be done in a few minutes, because the parboil cooks a lot faster than the other rices. And I want to taste it just for seasoning. It needs a little bit of something. Something. A little bit of salt, not much. Yep, that'll do it. Because I don't like a whole lot of salt. And cover it over for about 5 or 10 minutes and it should be done. And I'll be able to eat my dinner. It'll be done just in time for dinner. Well, I'm back. I think my chicken and rice is just about ready. And we got little buddy down here on the floor. He come scooting in the door a while ago. I ran out real quick to give the put bird seed in the bird feeders because I noticed it was empty. And one thing else we put in there right at the last is butter. I love to put a scoop of butter in my chicken and rice. Little buddy got to get out from under my feet. A good tablespoonful. I don't know if you can see that, but I've been mixing up I've got to unplug this phone. That's all there is to it. Now, maybe I can move it where I want to without the cord twisting the phone the camera around. But there it is, y'all. I just wanted some of that water to cook out. Turn the burner off because that rice will soak up a little bit more of that broth. Little buddy, he doesn't know he needs to stay out of the way. But anyway, there is my chicken and rice, old-fashioned chicken and rice. And see, I only had one leg quarter, but look at all the chicken I got in here. It's got tons of chicken. I mean, there's enough for a dish like this. You don't need lots of chicken to have a chicken and rice meal. While that cools just a little bit, I'm going to ask the good Lord to bless this food. Bless this food, Lord, we're about to receive. Bless all the YouTubers out there in YouTube land. Keep them safe, happy, and secure. In your name, amen. Ooh, I know this is hot. Y'all take a bite. Old-fashioned chicken and rice. Mm-hmm. It's hot. It's hot, y'all. But I'm going to show you an old-fashioned Southern meal. I got some of my greens that I just heated up. A lot of people don't like greens, especially kids. My son used to love them, but he said they were spinach. It didn't matter what kind of one he ate. It was spinach to him, and he loved it. But that is Swiss chard with kale and other greens mixed in. Keep your body healthy. Take a bite of greens. They're good. This is a country meal right here. That chicken and rice is just, it's hard to put it in words. It's just so good. So, y'all fix you a pot of chicken and rice and sit down and enjoy yourself. Please like, share, and subscribe to my videos. Y'all have a blessed day. And at the end of this video, I'll try to put the little rain shower we got early this morning. Because it stopped now. It's not even raining anymore. Just hope we get more in the next couple of days. Anyway, like I said, like, share, subscribe to my videos. Y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye now. Can you believe it? It's actually raining. I woke up at about 5:15 this morning, and I could hear it raining. I mean, it's not a downpour, but the ground is getting wet, and that's what counts. And hopefully it's going to rain like this all day, maybe even get harder. We need all the rain we can get. My flowers are going to love it. What's left of my garden is going to love it. So let it rain. Let it rain. It's like music to my ears. Maybe I'll breathe better now too. Temperature's cooled off some. Feels great out here this morning. Just totally awesome this morning. I guess the rain dance paid off.